Where did we leave off last time? Ah, yes, the void. Our main characters, our adventurers, Skaaymon, Whimsy, and their companion, who has stolen the identity of Wade Waterson, made their way down, 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 deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, until they found themselves beneath the plane of water, in the ruins of what once was the void. There, the construction of the plane itself guided them towards funneled them towards the front, and where they encountered the Void King, Aes'Talc'Ish, a poor, unfortunate man who seemed to recognize Skaaymon and Whimsy, but did not refer to them by their names. Instead called Skaaymon what did he call him? It is escaping me. Ah, right, Helsik. He called Skaaymon Helsik, and Whimsy Jabrium. Of course, Jabrium is not Whimsy's name, nor is Helsik Skaaymon's, but Jabrium is instead the name of Whimsy's patron. So, whatever conclusions may be drawn there about the marks or power he was feeling, detecting, and assuming to be sourced from the people he was standing before. Then, of course, Aes'Talc'Ish made an appearance. The party fought with him and Aes'Talc'Ish, and managed to slay Aes'Talc'Ish and Aes'Talc'Ish, though that was not nearly as difficult a task. Upon slaying the two, the party were confronted by that which has names. A powerful entity in service of the unending developer. She told them where they could find the prisoner they sought, and the quarry of Skaaymon's hunt, and told them that if they were to cross paths again, she would have to kill them. Now, our adventurers find themselves stood at the corpse of a long-dead dragon, alone, save for their thoughts, and the knowledge that the hostages, the prisoners, are currently being held through the gate in the dragon's eye. What do you do? Skaaymon, Whimsy.
All right.
Does Venti exist right now?
Yes.
I can't hear anything.
You should be
Nope,
able
that's
to.
just me. That's just me. The volume is weird. Whoops. Venti is weird. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay, so we're supposed to go through the eye, you said? Something like that?
That is where that which has names told you the gate to access where the prisoners were being held was, yes.
Right.
Whimsy, at least, since she was already kind of scrapping the dragon and getting what she could of it, she'll go over to, like, where the empty eye socket is, which I imagine is very, very large, probably enough where she
Very.
can fit through it,
You
and
could easily,
she'll...
like, it dwarfs you.
Okay, perfection. She'll just kind of, look back at Skaaymon and do, like, a little wave come on thing, as well as Wade, and walk through it.
You, as you climb to the skull to look into the eye socket, you definitely immediately see the gate. A portal of swirling stars that seems to kind of draw your attention in almost a spiral, around and around and around. You step through.
Indeed.
You step through the gateway and find yourself stood in a large stone room. Around you, the walls are barren, save for hooks where manacles are held and kind of hammered into the wall. You don't actually see many people inside. A few people kind of shift their attention slightly in your direction, most of which you do not recognize. But most of the room is barren, save for blood. A lot of blood throughout the room.
Did you just wave to Skaaymon and Wade, or did you grab them?
She would have, like, done, like, a little, like, wave, come here, like, type of thing, but if y'all weren't following, she would have just went through.
Okay. On the other side, Skaaymon kind of just looks at Wade. Question mark. You kind of see the look of just... It's not really a look, he's just kind of thinking. But he kind of just shrugs. He kind of shrugs, and then kind of, like, nods his head in the direction of the gate and goes, "Come on." And we'll follow after Whimsy.
Wade will follow.
All right. As you step through, you see the same as Whimsy. But, Waterson, your eyes are drawn immediately to a very familiar man. He looks tired, bruised, beaten. His eyes are sunken, but you'd recognize that face anywhere. A middle-aged man with the same color hair as Wade, cut to about the same length, dressed in what appears to be semi-formal attire. A tie and a unbuttoned jacket. His arms currently within the manacles, kind of above his head. Having already noticed Whimsy, he's just hanging his head at the moment. And doesn't see you come in.
Skaamon's gonna turn and look away. I'm going to assume that we're getting all of them out, or just the one you're looking for?
Looking at this and seeing that, well, that's their dad, they, Wade freezes for only a moment before trying to move, throwing all caution to the side and just getting him down.
You
not even bothering to grace Skaaymon with an answer.
You rush over to your father, and as you begin to fuss with his manacles, his attention shifts to you, kind of looks at you for a long moment before...
You're right.
And you Kai.
It's okay, it's okay. You're gonna be alright. We're getting you out of there.
You cut your hair.
It's... That's what you're worried about right now?
You're here.
Of course I am.
How are you here?
You know? Breaking a few laws. Magic, luck, and, well, these two idiots.
Skaymon's not paying attention to these. Skaaymon is just looking around the room cautiously.
How much paperwork am I gonna have to fill out because of you?
So much.
And you Kai. Roll a sleight of hand check to try and pick the lock on the manacles.
I've been waiting for this moment. This exact roll, this entire character arc. Hold up. I was unprepared.
You've been waiting the entire arc. You weren't prepared.
I'm upset. I didn't get it. Okay. That is unfortunately only a 29.
Wow.
I was wanting a 30.
Such a shame.
It is a
I guess
shame.
you're never gonna get him out.
I wanted a 30.
You pull out your lockpicks and slip them into the locks of the manacles, and click, click, both come undone super quickly. As his hands kind of fall to his side. And here I thought that skill was only going to get you in trouble.
I'm pretty sure it's still gonna get me in trouble.
It
We have to hurry.
has, hasn't it?
A little bit. Skaaymon was Whimsy. We have to get... Sorry. Do you want to start getting the others?
Yeah, sure, why not? Skaaymon will walk over to the nearest person and attempt to just break the manacles, or the handcuffs, or whatever the fuck they are.
Roll a strength check, I guess.
It's not gonna go great, but he doesn't really care. You. 13.
It doesn't break. You just succeed in making a loud clanging sound.
Ow. Oh wait, I have thieves' tools. He's gonna not be dumb and is just gonna go, okay, fine, and we'll attempt to pick the lock open.
Roll sleight of hand. As Wade glances up at you again, and Yukai. How long have I been here?
Too long. But we need to move quickly. We should get everyone else out. How... Can you stand? Can you move? Can you help? Or should you just rest here?
Not without help.
If you need to, it's okay.
He kind of reaches up for your shoulder and tries to pull himself up. Do you help
How
him?
many people are here?
There's about 8 people here.
Oh, perfect. Okay, well, that might be bad in the end, but that could work. That'll be a 16 on the check, by the way.
It takes you a little bit longer than it took Wade, but click, you managed to get it undone.
Well, I don't have proficiency, so that's not a bad thing. Oh, wait. I do have proficiency in the lockpicking tool, so that's fine. It doesn't matter. So smart. Okay.
Wade would help, not Wade. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Hold on. I fucked myself.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I've been calling him Wade this entire time. Oh no. The imposter Wade will help up the real Wade.
Okay. With your help, Wade does manage to pull himself to his feet. Introduce me to your friends. You said they helped you get here.
Well, that one over there working on the locks and everything, that's Skaaymon.
He just kind of waves behind him.
Pretty cool. And honestly, the more responsible of the two. No offense, Whimsy. That is, well, oh gosh. Wade is not Wade, sorry. Not Wade.
Not Wade.
Not Wade is going to Anyaka is going to attempt to recite what they remember of Whimsy's name.
Okay, do it.
I, as a player, am not that competent. Can I make an intelligence check or something, DM?
Oh my god!
Sure. Make an intelligence check.
Thank you. Would it just be a flat intelligence check?
Yes.
Okay, so it turns out not Wade and I have about the same competence level, it seems. That's gonna be a 9.
9. Well, her name is Whimsy. Something.
I mean, with the amount of times she announced that she was a princess, you could probably remember that.
That's exactly what I was thinking, is like, I myself as a player remember she's a princess.
Yeah.
I think there's something about fire as well, and lilies maybe? And autumn?
Hmm. What does Enya Kai say her name is?
Oh wait, I just hold on. I see the Tori's Discord.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay, can I cheat?
What does Wade say?
No.
Or Enya Kai say?
I feel like we gotta do this somewhat to the role. And Yukai will kind of gesture over to Whimsy. This is Princess Whimsy. Well, I don't think that all of an introduction's necessarily really needed. Whimsy's pretty much gonna rule over everyone at the end of the day or something like that. So yeah, be respectful.
A princess of where?
Yes, be respectful indeed. It is Princess Whimsy Silly Autumn Lily. Thank you very much. Just to describe what she's been doing, she has not been helping getting the people at all. As soon as she went in, she's just been very closely watching the interaction between Wade and not Wade. An unusually soft and distant, sad kind of look on her face. Not something you're used to seeing at all. But she gives like a sharp look and then just kind of like leans against the wall nonchalantly, like holding Slimy up. The princess of everywhere, actually.
Well, it's a high honor then.
It's
Look,
certainly high something.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Whimsy, sorry to interrupt. Whimsy, can you watch over my dad for a moment? We gotta get these people out quickly.
I mean, yeah, fine. Like, I'll just like watch him or something.
Not Wade is gonna leave Wade with Whimsy. And go, like, stumble away a bit hesitantly, mind you, to go help Skaaymon.
Do you, Whimsy, do you let the real Wade, this middle-aged, relatively attractive man, like, use you to stay standing, or do you make him sit?
She's kind of in a little bit of a pouty mood, but if he starts to lean on her, like, she can't say no. Like, she'll accept it. Like, there's a little bit of like a puffed up cheek pout, but she'll accept it.
Okay. Thank you for watching my daughter.
Oh no! Don't you love that, like, feeling whenever you fucking knew this was coming, but you're still just like, how the fuck is she gonna react to this, motherfucker?
I called it.
Oh my god. She tenses up and just slowly turns her head to look at Wade. Not Wade. And then to, like, actual Wade. And then just back and forth a few times. Her expression growing increasingly horrified every time she looks in between one of them. She finally just... her face gets paler and paler as she begins to blush and scowl at the same time, and then just, like, pushes her face in Slimy.
Everything okay?
Yeah, you're like, yeah, everything is, like, totally fine. Like, don't even worry about it. Everything is so... Oh my gosh. You know what? You're a detective, right? Do you have any, like, I don't know, like, do you have like a little bit of like a spell, or just like I don't know, some like little like like some type of magical device I can use that'll like you know, show someone like their true form or whatever? Do you have something like that? Maybe like for us saving you, you could like give me that. Surely you have something like that.
I don't have anything like that. Would make my job a hell of a lot easier if I did.
Well, fuck me, I guess.
You'd like that, probably. He calls across the room.
She wasn't too much of a handful, was she?
She was perfectly helpful and reasonable, and yeah, a good friend. Nothing more.
Right. I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah, that's like what I'm here for, is help with sappy family bonds, definitely.
Skaaymon and Enyakai, as the two of you continue to release the prisoners, you find that most of them are in the same state as Wade Waterson.
Okay. You said there's 8 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other rooms?
No,
Or is it just this?
you're in basically just a large stone box.
And the weird gate portal thing, it's still there?
Yes.
Okay. looking around the room, trying to get a feel for any energy in the air, is there anything that might trigger if Skaaymon were to cast a spell?
Roll
In here.
Arcana.
Oh. Nope. 3.
3. You have
3.
no idea.
Skaamon's going to kind of look around, and then we'll look kind of at not Wade, look at actual Wade and Whimsy, and look down at the person that they probably just released and go, well, hopefully this doesn't end up in us dying, and is going to cast Cure Wounds.
Casting Cure Wounds does not make everything explode. Go ahead and roll healing.
Who? What is just... He's gonna go around and cast Cure Wounds at varying levels on everyone, just so that they have enough ability to walk.
Fair enough.
If you want me to roll that, I can.
No, just knock off 8 spell slots.
Yeah. You
manage to get them to a point where they can walk on their own. They still have halved movement speed from exhaustion, but they don't need to be, like, carried or anything.
Yeah. That's good, because we are not able to carry 8 people. Skaaymon will kind of pipe up and just... Okay, so as wonderful as reuniting moments are, we are not safe here, and we need to leave, like, now. So it'll be a bit of a walk, unfortunately, but there should, unless something went wrong, be a submarine waiting that will not be affected by whatever brought us down here. So, grab a hold of someone's hand and let's start walking. And Skaaymon will kind of herd everyone out the door.
Not Wade will try to kind of bring up the rear while also ensuring that their dad gets put right with them.
Fair enough. You walk back out the gateway and find yourself once more in the void, though it looks different, more fragmented.
Oh boy.
And the submarine seems much closer than it was when you first docked. Pieces of the plane hang in the air, scattered to the wind.
Okay. Skaaymon will be probably the last one through the portal, but will, on the other side, take the lead and kind of just stay scout. He does have both of his swords drawn, just in case.
Okay.
But he's just keeping an eye out and leading everyone to the boat.
Fair
But not
enough.
boat. It's not a boat. It's a submarine.
The underwater boat.
The underwater boat.
Whimsy is doing pretty much the same thing. She is still mad, visibly mad, stomping. Like she's glaring from side to side. It looks like she desperately wants something to pop up. Like she looks violent and murderous right now. She needs to kill something.
Roll a perception check to keep an eye out for danger, then. Or keep an eye out for something to kill, I suppose.
Do I do the same? Just for other
Sure,
reasons?
might as well.
Can I do the same for, Skaaymon reasons?
For Skaaymon reasons.
Yeah, same reason Skaaymon has.
Yes, you may.
Okay.
That's a 25.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not great. 23.
Whimsy shall always remain better than all of us, it seems. 24.
The void is quiet. Super quiet. You don't even see the eyes that seemed to watch you when you first arrived. You make your way back to the submarine. And as you approach, you see the door kind of opens and the captain kind of hurries out to help getting people on board.
Oh, good you're alive.
I was worried about you all.
Did you, like, totally see us skin that dude? Like, we have, like, his horns and everything.
I wasn't paying attention, I'll be honest. It is you, right? You're not one of those creatures that have replaced them?
I mean, if we
Well,
were,
they
do you
do.
think this is about the moment where we would be like, oh my gosh, she got us, and, like, tell you? But no, we're not.
Okay, I'm gonna trust you. I shouldn't, but I'm going to.
Did they bleed? I don't remember if they bled, but did they bleed properly?
They
Do you
bled
remember?
black blood, I think.
What color is Skaymon's blood?
It's like a dark, like a maroon color.
Okay, he cuts himself on the hand a little bit.
Proof enough for me, I guess.
Yep.
Inside, all of you.
And then Skayman will once again wait to be the last one on the boat and let everyone else go first.
Okay. As you all climb aboard the ship, the submarine, the door is closed behind you as the rescued hostages are ushered to find seats. Where am I taking them?
Great question. Wade and not Wade. Well,
Not Wade will look at her dad, kind of expectantly.
Where do you think?
Get us
Where do you think?
Get us to Atlantis, all of us. I can get the police force to escort anyone else home that aren't from Atlantis.
that.
Yes, sir. As the captain makes his way to the captain's quarters, the wheelhouse, the sub begins to move again, sinking into the water, and then rising higher and higher beyond the void. The ascent takes much, much longer than the descent. Nothing is pulling you up. So, you have a few hours on the submarine. What do you do?
Wasn't the original, trip almost 8 hours as well?
Mm-hmm.
We are so much deeper. It's probably gonna be 8 to 10 hours on this fucking boat.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be fun. Skaaymon is gonna quietly walk over to Wade and not Wade and go, alright, so do you want a bit more time to catch up, or would you like to give a bit of an explanation? Because I'm confused.
What are you
Sort of.
confused
I kind of
about?
understand, but I'm still confused.
Wh-
The identity theft, but that's besides the point.
The,
And I look at not Wade.
What?
the what?
I mean, is it really all that? I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory. My dad had the accessible resources to start investigating where he might have been, so I just
Enya,
little finagling.
Enya Kai, did you steal my fucking identity?
No, I
Very
borrowed
well.
it.
You know the guys at the station would have just helped you if you'd asked.
I did ask, first of all. They were not moving quick enough, and they were taking fucking forever. And if I had just let them do as they just at their own pace, well, we wouldn't be here. I did what I had to, and
Hey, it
yeah,
worked.
okay, it did work. I understand that there's going to be consequences, and I'm probably going to be in a lot of trouble, especially seeing as to how I've definitely abused your power of badge and everything.
Enya Kai, we've been over this.
Uh, um, I don't know what you wanted me to do. You were gone.
I... You... I don't... You saved me. I can't thank you enough for that. Or your friends. But how many times do I have to point out how bad it looks for a detective's daughter to have this much of a criminal record?
Gonna be honest, I think that's going to be everyone's least worries, especially when we get back to Atlantis.
I mean, you have a point. I think your plate's gonna be a little full with some other things, unfortunately.
I think I am going to be taking some time off. Probably medical leave. I think all of us need to spend some time in the hospital.
Yeah, probably.
Starvation and dehydration does nasty things to a mortal.
Yeah.
You'll be okay, though. We got you out, and it's gonna be alright. I do want to say thank you, though. Whimsy, Skaaymon. Where is Whimsy currently?
She is not present during this. She got she got on the submarine and stormed off to try to find a corner alone and is just staring out the window.
I feel like this would probably be the moment then when not Wade realizes that Whimsy's not there. And kind of doing a little bit of a scan.
Oh,
Where's...
she's pissed.
What? Why?
Because, because you're a girl, and she was flirting with you the entire time, very obviously. And despite your rejection, she still was flirting with you, relentlessly.
What's wrong with
She's
that?
also hardly ever been told no before. So...
I mean, the main reason why I was rejecting her is because, it wouldn't feel right to, flirt as my dad.
So you do still have some sense.
That would be so weird. I could not do that. No.
You did it like over half the time. The fuck you mean you're not gonna do that?
What? I was being sassy. I was not like actively like maybe a couple quips here and there with Whimsy, but like that.
Skaaymon smirks. He has this dumbass little smirk on his face.
Should I go apologize? I should probably go apologize.
I'd leave it for a couple hours. It'll take a while to get back to Atlantis anyways, so I'd wait a little bit. Otherwise, the ship might implode.
I'll give it a couple hours. That's probably fair. I mean, personally, I think that, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm just not a cool detective, I guess. I'm a criminal, which I think...
She'd like that, actually. If you told her that, she might come around again.
This is a weird conversation to be having in front of, sorry, father, but...
I mean...
Conversation like that. At least he hasn't asked how we met you yet.
Well, that's true.
Just because you're not legally a detective doesn't mean... I mean, you figured out where we were. That's cool detective shit.
And you didn't get murdered.
To be honest, I
You
kind
came
of,
close to it a couple times.
I use the, detective bit to rope these two to get their interests, so...
Ah, yes. It was totally that, and not, we met you by you breaking into some guy's house.
Hey, you...
Again? And you guys...
That's hardly the worst thing that's come out of this. If anything, we found some information. It was a good way to kick off, and it was a good way to kick off the, start of everything, and...
Whose house did you break
Look,
into?
it was just the house.
You still have the guy's phone.
I forgot about that.
You stole
We'll get... With what's about to happen, actually, that's a good point. We're allowed to tell about the big thing was threatened, right?
Oh, what? That your king of the plane or arbiter, whatever the fuck he was called, is about to die? Yeah, I should probably tell him that.
Yeah,
Wait.
I don't think my crimes are going to be all that, worried about.
Wait, what?
We uncovered a plot to murder the arbiter.
I'm honestly shocked it was hidden from you, considering the likelihood of you guys getting out was almost zero.
And you didn't think to mention that?
Well, we did now.
It's not like we have anything to get moving quicker.
I suppose you have a point. They're going after the arbiter.
They're looking for him in Atlantis, and I'm pretty sure he's not there right now. If I remember correctly. So...
It's not that simple. His physical manifestation might not be, but he's everywhere.
Well, that's creepy.
You should see the stuff people do in... actually, I'm gonna stop.
Well, I don't even know of a time before the Arbiter.
There's certainly going to be a time after. So.
I suppose it's only fair, the old man. I need to sleep.
Probably.
You should get some rest too.
Like, there's like other staff on board, right? It was just us and the captain coming down.
Yeah, it was just you and the captain coming down.
Okay. Well, you definitely should do that. You look like someone who has just been kidnapped and missing for, what, months? I'm gonna check on the others, and then I'm also gonna probably go raid the kitchen, because if Whimsy wakes up hungry, it's going to be a nightmare. So, let's pray. And he's gonna walk away.
Fair enough. Whimsy, what are you up to?
Whimsy is not doing anything in particular. She is staring out the window and stewing. Basically. Yeah, she's just holding Slimy and just kind of sitting by herself.
Fair enough. The sub continues its ascent, slowly but surely, growing closer and closer to the surface. The passengers seem stable but exhausted, and most are asleep by the time you get around to checking on them, Skaaymon.
He's just gonna make sure they're sleeping in a safe area. And if they're not, he's going to gently, as possible, move them to a slightly safer area, like on a floor rather than on a seat, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that they don't fall.
Fair enough.
And then he is gonna still go and, like, check the kitchen, see if he can get in, for one, and if he can, if there's, like, food that, or snacks, or something.
There's nothing perishable within the kitchen, but there are some snacks.
Okay. He's gonna grab one that he thinks Whimsy would like. He's not gonna put too much thought into it, though. He's just gonna be like, does that? Yeah, it's good enough. And grab one. And then it's going to attempt to go find Whimsy.
Fair enough. You... Finding Whimsy, I don't imagine would be super difficult. No protest from Tori. Okay.
I mean, she's trying to go somewhere that's kind of, like, not near anyone else, but wherever she is, it's beside a window. I mean, the sub's only too big, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's not too difficult for you to find her. It probably takes a bit, like maybe 15 minutes, but you do find her. Kind of alone, leaning against a window, looking into the abyss that is the ocean.
Skaaymon is going to walk up behind her. He's not really trying to hide, but he's not really announcing his presence to her. He just kind of walks up. He's probably about 4 feet or so behind her. You could probably see his reflection, depending on how close you are to the window.
Her face is like basically smushed on it.
Okay, then never mind. You probably wouldn't see his reflection because you'd be blocked by your own. Anyways, he does come up behind you. And he just kind of stands there for a while.
Her ear kind of twitches a little bit, and she doesn't look back at him, but will just speak up. So you've resorted to stalking me now, Skaaymon?
It's not really stalking. More so making sure you're not violently sobbing in a corner.
Skaaymon, plenty more will come along.
Probably.
You're not a girl, are you?
No. Not really. Probably not. We're gonna stick with no. He kind of smirks as he says it.
Well, at least I have one confirmed person so far. She just kind of points to her phone, but doesn't pull it up.
Yeah, I'm aware. Unfortunately. I don't know how he sent it to me. It's not like I had any sort of connection. And he did not. He did have my number. But there was no way it could have. Well, maybe. But an image. They usually glitch out.
It was
weird.
like meant to be.
It's something.
Well,
You
Skaaymon,
hungry?
I certainly appreciate your concern. I will deign to accept your food, I suppose.
He kind of throws whatever snack he managed to grab at you.
Once it lands, she'll just reach down and pick it up. Common occurrence? Like, what? How do people deal with this?
With what? It's
With someone being like, oh, hey, I'm like a hot middle-aged dad, except they're not. Ugh. How am I supposed to, like, I don't know, like, adventure and, like, meet people and flirt and stuff if it's constantly, like, OMG, that, like, this isn't even them?
I mean, chances of it happening often are pretty low, so you'll probably be fine. Why am I telling you this? Maybe if you... No, why am I saying this? I'm just making it worse for myself. Fuck. Whatever. Besides, do you have the little dumbass dick pic motherfucker that keeps hunting you down.
Yeah, you're right. I at least have that to fall back on if anything else fails. I just do not enjoy being lied to, led on. Ugh. Wade and not Wade gets a pass because they had good facts in the aquarium and they seemed to know what they were talking about. So for their knowledge, I will allow them to live. But if it happens again, if anyone else tries to do this with me, they're dead. Like, so dead. Oh, I know! I can, like, weed them out. That way, like, if anyone tries to do this to me again, I'll kill them. And that'll just keep on happening until there's no people like that left. Everyone will come to me and be like, this is who I am, as is. I'm not lying to you.
Unless they're lying to themselves first, and then they'd be lying to you.
Well, whatever. I'll develop, like, truth-detecting powers or something, and I'll be able to, like, look into their soul and tell, or, like, you know, whatever it is that people do.
I don't think that's how that works, but I also have, like, no idea what you're talking about, so maybe it does.
What do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? Like, you know, in the stories, like, you know, powerful figures, they always, like, look at someone and they just, like, know if they're being genuine or not. It's like a feeling, like, I know if you're lying or not. It's, like, super duper sight.
I mean...
Or just the ability to, like, look through illusions. Like, a lot of people can do that, so... Like, that's not even that hard to get.
But that wasn't an illusion. That was, they actually...
Okay, well, like, you know,
appearance.
illusion, true form, whatever. Like, plenty of people can look at something and be like, I see you for what you are, like, whatever. I mean, people kept saying that with him, but I mean, I thought that it was just like, I don't know, like, you know, maybe, like, he had some makeup on or something, like, I didn't know it wasn't even him.
Yeah, you do. So...
Not only that, but, like, come on, Skaaymon. You have to agree with me. That was gag-worthy. That whole, oh, I'm so happy to see you, family reunion. Ugh. I feel like you don't need to do an insight to see the absolute envy dripping off of her words. Like, she is so fucking jealous. It's, like, tangible.
Skaaymon just kind of gives her, like, a once-over look. Didn't I see you tearing up? Or was that just someone cutting onions?
Tearing up? I don't cry that easily. I had a very mood-appropriate, somber expression. You know, so people look at me and they're all like, oh, they have feelings or whatever, even though I'm way beyond that.
Mm-hmm. You feel very strongly on that, don't you?
On what?
Well, what you just said.
Yeah, that I, like, you know, don't cry about, like, stuff like that, yeah.
Of course, so the fact that you don't have feelings, but... yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, I have feelings. Yes, I have feelings and I have emotions, but they're kept in check. I don't let them run totally rampant, except for, like, you know, like the burning fires of, like, love and passion, because, you know, that's cool, but, like, or, like, you know, like the unbridled rage and revenge type things that, the cool emotions, yeah, but, like, I'm not gonna let, like...
fast food restaurant because you were, what?
Self-defense, Skaaymon. But, like, I don't know, feel like, you know, sadness or, like, you know, like,
jealousy?
stuff like that. She stops and, like, for the first time, like, she actually meets your eyes and she turns and just narrows them. Yeah, of course. What? Skaaymon, do you even need to say that? How could I be jealous of, like, literally anyone? I'm what everyone wants to be.
Quite. But close enough, I guess.
So, like, what's the plan after we, get up there or whatever? I'm sure a big, powerful leader person is gonna die. Boo-hoo, I'm so upset.
Well, I need to head to the airplane. He kind of, like, he absolutely just starts laughing at that. Very quietly, but he covers his mouth to stop himself from, like, bursting into laughter. Yeah, so that's portal. Have to go to portal area for that. Though that will take another probably long time. We're probably gonna see Kira again soon. Get prepared to get stabbed with a knife.
Does it have to be a knife?
It probably will be. Or a gun. No, wait, I took all of his bullets. Unless he had more. It might be a gun.
I was referring to another pointed object. Skaaymon, to get
I know.
on the same page. But okay, okay,
no,
good.
I know what page
good.
you're on. It's the fact that I also know what page he'll be on, and it'll most likely be
Yeah, you don't know that. He might have been like, he might have totally changed his mind or something after he, like, took that picture. Like, you don't even know. She kind of looks back out the window. It does suck we have to leave so soon. I wanted to see more of the things here.
I mean, you can stay.
Whatever, no matter. I can come back any. No. Skaaymon. She thinks hard on her words. No, I'll just say it. I quite like you. You're not getting rid of me that easily. Plus, someone needs to keep you, like, alive or whatever, so yeah. That is my solemn duty. Never fear. I can come back here anytime I want to later on. Okay, seriously though, like, I am not leaving this place. I'm not letting you leave this place until we see snow. On the way, we have to see snow. I was promised it. I know it's here, so I'm gonna see it. And glaciers and like tundras and like ice and like all the cold stuff.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's ice in the place where the portal is. I totally remember the name of it. This is Skaaymon talking. I know the name of it because I'm looking at the map, but he doesn't remember. There's probably something.
I mean, I need to know for sure. I mean, if we're going to like the airplane or whatever, there's probably like no water there because it's not, the elemental plane of water. It's probably like some dry hellscape.
Maybe. It might also perpetually be raining.
That would be really cool. I mean, I'm already used to that. It never didn't rain like where I'm from, but the rain is always nice. I would never want any other weather except snow. Well, Skaaymon, you have my appreciation for checking up on me. And for this bag of chips. It's pretty good.
Pretty sure they're made from, like, seaweed or something.
Yeah, seaweed's, like, really good. Skaaymon, honey, I've never tried anything I didn't like.
Nope. We're not gonna say that, actually. He just kind of smiles for a second. And then we'll look out the window. And then look around for a clock, which there probably isn't one in this area, and just go, well, I don't know what time it is. But I'm pretty sure this boat ride will take even longer than the original one, so you should get some rest when you can. And oh, before I forget, here, and he'll hand over one of Ace's horns.
Oh, perfect.
It's not clean, so it's definitely still probably bloody. But you have it.
Amazing. She, takes it and, like a fucking creep. Like, she sees that there's blood on it, and instead of just, like, prestidigitating it away, she just, like, kind of, like, licks it off a little bit, like, sniffs the horn. Very fresh. I like it. Thank you, Skaaymon. Whenever I get, like, a perfect little mansion one day, and by little, I mean huge, like, whenever I get my own realm or create my own plane or whatever, I'm gonna put this on my mantle beside all my other skinned people and creatures and everything. The walls will be filled with dead people.
Okay.
Alright, you're dismissed. I don't know, maybe I'll sleep. Maybe I won't. We'll see.
Please sleep. I don't want to know what you are when you're sleep deprived.
I've never been sleep deprived, Skaaymon.
Exactly, because you've always gone to sleep at a normal time, after normal amounts of stress.
I'm gonna sleep. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna sleep.
Alright. Well, since I've been dismissed, and he gives, like, a bow to Whimsy, but in a very, like, over-performanced way. He performs a sarcastic action, essentially. And it's bowing to Whimsy as he mutters to himself, or his internal monologue is just, why the fuck am I doing this? She's never gonna let me live this down. But he does it anyways. And he'll turn and start walking away and then call up behind him. Just don't fall downstairs and break something, okay? Preferably don't break yourself.
Eyebrows immediately raise whenever she sees this bow, and she gives a fucking shit-eating grin. But doesn't say anything until you call back. Oh, dutiful servant butler Skaaymon. If you say so. I couldn't disappoint my biggest fan. That was a good bow, though. You should do that more often. It reminded me of my servants. You're starting to make me homesick.
Well, then maybe you should go home.
Nah, why would I go home when I have you with me to make me, all happy? And, like, full of memories and, like, nice people who take care of me.
He's just walking further down the hallway, so it's just hearing this chittering quietly as he goes away. He kind of turns and doesn't. He turns, looks at you, rolls his eyes, and then turns the corner
Beautiful.
and walks away. This isn't the same boat. He's gonna quickly go check in on the captain, just kind of make sure the captain's okay, and then he's gonna go find that same spot that he slept in the first time we were on this boat, the one that he kind of climbed on top of something, and he's just gonna hide out there until he falls asleep.
Fair enough. Wade, what about you or Enyakai, what about you as your father goes to sleep? What are you up to?
I feel like it's been time. We gotta go pester Whimsy, I'm sorry. After ensuring that's been a good couple hours at the bare minimum, and making sure that everyone else is settled in, probably checking up with each of the other victims, and Yakai would go try to hunt down Whimsy's location.
Roll investigation.
Ooh. Hold on. Got a math. 31?
Yeah, finding Whimsy doesn't take you too long.
The Whimsy has her location on the phone. Okay, what is Whimsy doing exactly?
I'm gonna say this probably doesn't take place too long after Skaaymon leaves because she was about to go to sleep.
Okay,
So
yeah.
you kind of see her beginning to like settle in a little bit. She I feel like she probably would have moved because like she slept in a bed last time, right?
Yes.
All right. Whenever she tries to find like that place and like go in there, is it empty?
Yes, it is.
Okay. That's where she is. That's where she is. So you open the door and she's just kind of laying there like already under the covers, like just her head kind of peeking out, and she's on her phone. When you open the door, she squeals a little bit and like quickly puts it down.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't sure if you were gonna be in here. Hey, Whimsy. I had things to say, and now that I'm here, I'm actually, I see that you're getting obviously ready for bed and everything. I can come back in the morning if you like.
She gives you a since you went in, it's a very hard to read look. You're not really sure if it is. It's somewhere between hostility and anger, judgment, jealousy. It's a bunch of negative emotions. But she'll kind of scoff and like roll her eyes. Well, you're already here, so we might as well just go ahead and get it out of the way. She gets out from under the covers and just kind of sits like cross-legged on the bed.
Almost like a spooked animal. And Yakai will kind of go in, close the door behind her, and just like creep on over to where Whimsy is. I guess one of the main things I came in here to say was I'm sorry. What I did wasn't right. And to be honest, I did get a little carried away with the whole weight thing. I know that this is definitely not at all what you wanted or were expecting, but I am sorry for how things have happened, and for what it's worth, I mean, I would still like us to be friends, at the very least. You're pretty awesome after all. I would definitely miss you if you decided that we definitely shouldn't ever see each other again, or even think of each other when you when you go to start ruling all the planes and everything. If you decide I'm on the list of terminated people, I would understand. But I am sorry, Whimsy. I shouldn't have been messing with your emotions like that.
She stays silent for probably an overwhelmingly worrying amount of time. Like a good 30 seconds.
If that is the case, I feel like Enyakai would also throw in, I definitely want you to forgive me, but it is your choice, and I will understand if you don't.
After a bit of kind of just looking down, like at her lap, where Slimy is, she's had her emotional support slime here the entire time, like kind of petting him as you've been speaking. She'll look up at you. The expression is softer than it was previously, but still tumultuous. You can tell there's a lot of emotions there. Well, a deity must be forgiving sometimes, right? Wade, not Wade. I must admit that I didn't really care too much once, I found out that you weren't like Wade, because I thought the person that you were was pretty nice to be around. A friend, I would even call it. If you weren't a detective, that was fine. If you were really anything else, I didn't care, because the person I knew I liked. When it crossed a line, is whenever you play with my romantic feelings. I will admit, I fell hook, line, and sinker. I thought that I had lucked out, and quite early on in my journey, had the chance possibly to change the mind of or reel in an attractive middle-aged dad, and it turned out I didn't. And that fucking sucks.
What?
But
I mean,
I am merciful, and I will allow you the opportunity to redeem yourself by being my friend, if you want to.
while the initial, oh gosh, words, while the initial conversation was, going on, Anikai was hanging her head low, kind of like a, animal being told off. And at the mention of Whimsy being merciful, that immediately catches her attention, and she kind of perks up. And even more so at the aspect of still being able to be friends. Going to move closer, Anikai will kind of go to try to sit down on the bed. I would definitely like to try to earn your forgiveness by being your friend.
All right. Of course, we have to ask the most important person in the room. Slimy, what do you think?
Yeah, Slimy, think we could be friends?
Okay, Slimy said that he knows that it was a sore topic and, like, Slimy was a little... Slimy's silly. He was a little jealous of that whole situation, honestly. I'm sorry, Slimy. I'm sorry. Sometimes you have to talk about your feelings. He was a little jealous of that whole situation. Like, OMG, this person fooled you and they got a happy ending? That just isn't right. But Slimy thought about it, and Slimy came to the decision that everyone at least deserves a second chance. And you were pretty helpful in the battles, and you are pretty nice and fun to be around. A lot funner than Skaaymon, if we're being, completely honest. And, the whole willing to bend the law thing, that is pretty nice. We do like that around these parts. Slimy's a little bit of a rebel. So, yeah. I and Slimy have decided in the court of Whimsy, Silly, Autumn Lily, princess of literally everything, ruler of literally everything, and best person in literally everything, that you are forgiven. And she'll use prestidigitation to do, like, a huge, like, basically mimic the sound of, like, fireworks and a bunch of, like, glitter and sparkles, like, start to fall around everywhere like confetti.
Aww. During the whole show, Enya is nodding along, following this, and kind of does a little stare in awe at the prestidigitation trick. Cool. So, I guess this means we're officially friends.
Of course.
What kind of friends do we want to be? Because I have many different kinds of friends. We could, am I allowed to tease you? I guess I should say. Or would that be too much?
I don't think you need to change anything about how you have been. I'm honestly just mad because, like, listen, your dad's really hot, okay? He's really fucking hot. Like, I really thought I landed myself one, okay? So, like, yeah. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest.
No. You that was me. That was me, okay? Y-
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like, it was you, like, as him. I mean, him on his own is pretty nice too. I mean, I will admit you did it in a little bit more of, like, you know, like a, I don't know, like not just like the, like, goody two shoes, like, detective, oh, by the law, but you did like the cool detective. Honestly, I think that you made the better detective. Like, I think I like you more than your dad. Okay, I like you more than your dad. I just I'm gonna be real with you right now. I kind of, I don't know, the whole thing that you were doing was, like, just my type of, like, you know, okay, whatever. I mean, you weren't quite edgy enough, but whatever, it could be fixed. I thought I could fix you. Okay, anyways,
I mean, the real me is a little more edgy than that, to be honest. I was only doing the goody two shoes because, to be honest, that was kind of my perception of my dad for the longest time. I'm a full-blown criminal. My criminal record is outstanding. So, you know, I might not be a hot, attractive, middle-aged dad, but I'm definitely, you know, hot, attractive, nearly middle-aged, and, well, you know.
Definitely sounds like friend material to me. But no, just be yourself, do whatever you want. I'm, like, not gonna tell people how they should really act around me. I mean, unless it's, like, one of my servants or, like, something like that. But, you know, like, friends and servants are, like, totally different. Just, like, be yourself and do what you want.
And likewise, MC. Of course, if anything ever comes up, we'll tell each other. That's what friends do, but yeah. And hey, I also just want to say thank you. I honestly don't know. I really couldn't have saved my dad without you. You and Skaaymon both. You helped me out so much, and really, thank you.
She looks at you and smiles, like a little bit of a sad smile, and then will look down, and then to her lap again. I truly am glad that you guys seemed happy, and I think that's good. I'm glad that people have that. Treasure it.
I do. I mean, in a sense, he's kind of all I have.
Yeah. Well, you totally have my phone number now, so if something comes up, someone kidnaps your dad again, or like, something like that, then totally give me a call. I will drag Skaaymon away from whatever grand mission he's on, and I'll totally be there to help you out. Don't even worry about it. I
Oh.
do assume you're probably staying here. I mean, your dad does kind of need, like, he seems like he has a little bit of, like, what do they call it? PTSD and stuff. Probably needs a little bit of help.
I mean, did you see him? He's walking around out there like a newborn goat. Wait, hold on. Do they have goats here? Hold on. I was gonna do like...
Your goat knowledge is stemmed from Whimsy. I mean, you have the goat ringtone for her, so...
Okay, fair. He's out there walking around like a newborn baby goat. A little kid, if you will. And yeah, I am gonna stay here and help him out. But hey, I hope you don't mind, but I'm probably not gonna just call you and message you for, if my dad gets kidnapped. I want to hear about your stories. Like, keep me updated on what you're doing. And I'll do the same this side, when I get into a little bit of a scuffle, do a little bit of crime here and there. I'll keep you updated on what's going on, and, if I find any funny pictures, penguins, stuff like that, I'll be sure to send them your way.
Oh my goodness. Whimsy kind of perks up at that. And she turns and gives the brightest, most genuine look you've seen from her. Truly, she actually looks really touched by that. And you swear you see her eyes mist up a little bit, and then she quickly turns away. That sounds quite, that sounds nice. I'll definitely, I mean, we're going to, the airplane or whatever it's called next, so, I'll definitely have to send you a seagull picture since you have, no idea what those are, and, I'll totally be in touch. I won't even change your phone contact to get rid of all the hearts in the phone thing. They'll stay.
I mean, I could totally add a few more hearts to yours.
She suddenly decides, for some reason she really just wants to put her face inside me for a moment. And she makes a little sound, and then puts him away a little bit. Oh, sorry, I had to cover my yawn there. I'm getting really tired.
Of course. I should probably, let you get your beauty sleep and everything. Not that you really need the extra, but a little boost always helps everyone,
Oh, of course. And my friends have to look their best, so you can go in there and sleep and whatever. It'll be a whole thing. We'll be so refreshed and rejuvenated.
Mm-hmm. Well, good night then.
Yeah, good night, day, abyssal underwater time frame thing. Yeah, sleep well.
I'll try. And probably for just long enough to where it's getting borderline awkward, and Yakai will still sit on the bed before getting up and going to head out. When they reach the door, they turn back around and just say, "Oh, and good night, Slammy. Both of you, sleep well." And Yakai will look to Whimsy for a translation.
She raises up one of on both sides. She grabs a little bit of slime and then does it in a waving motion. Aw, Slimy says that he is very, very happy by that because like so many people forget about him. He says that he will sleep super, super well, and he hopes that you do as well.
Aw. I'll try my best. Good night. And Nikai will leave.
Did either of us actually ask for her name?
I don't
I'm
think
pretty sure
so.
we're just calling her not Wade.
Well, I mean, we heard her dad call her that.
Yeah.
a few
Heard her
times.
dad. We might not have been paying attention, but
Whimsy was.
Oh yeah.
okay. Just neither of us have actually asked for her name or for her to clarify it. It's just not Wade.
Imagine if Enyakai is actually just like the nickname that her dad has for her. It's not even her real name. And you guys are just being duped.
That would be really funny.
Okay. Well. Night falls and sleep takes you. The deep sea lulling you to bed. I assume all three of you are going to sleep?
Yep.
Indeed.
I got knocked.
Yes.
I knocked myself down to a single spell slot.
Okay. As rest claims you, Enyukai,
Yes.
you find yourself dreaming again. You walk through the empty submarine. Endless submarine. Just no matter how close you try and get to the front, it always seems the same distance away. Hopelessly out of reach. Turning the other way, the back end seems the same, always just a bit too far out of reach. What do you do?
I am so sorry. My mind sort of partway blanked through some of that. Can you repeat like the last little segment? I am so sorry.
You are in the submarine. No one is around. And no matter which direction you walk, the edges don't seem to get any closer.
Oh, this is like the other dream. Enya will take a moment after trying to reach the edge and realizing that they can't. They will take stock of what they have on them at the moment. What are they wearing? Do they have their equipment?
They seem to. Seem to be wearing what they were before, seem to have what they had before.
Pulling out their phone, they're going to open it up and go to their contacts.
The contacts list as you pull it up. You can't read those names. They're not written in a language you understand. Maybe they're not written in a language at all.
A little more, not freaked out necessarily, but definitely spooked a bit. And Yakai will continue walking, trying to get to the edge somehow. Again, probably not working, but eventually they will try new tactics. Walking with their eyes closed, walking backwards, sitting down and on the floor and just closing their eyes for a minute. Does any of this work?
It all yields the same result.
Eventually, speaking up, they'll call out. All right. I don't know what kind of game you're playing at, but you can stop.
You hear your own voice echo. Don't know what game you're playing at. You can stop. Stop.
Is anyone there?
Anyone there? Anyone there?
After the echoes fade out, they will listen, try to hear, see if there's any noise, any movement, anything.
No movement. But you feel like you're being watched.
I know you're there.
I know
Come
you're
out.
there. Come out. Come out.
Looking around again. Anya will choose to kind of start walking off in a direction. Not wanting to necessarily stand still, but also not trying to necessarily exert all their energy. They just want to keep the blood flowing and just keep going.
Okay.
So what's the plan? You
What's
just
the
gonna
plan?
leave me my own... I don't know what this is.
Leave me in my own. I don't know what this is. Know what this is. Don't know what this is. You don't know what this is.
Something's gotta change.
Something's gotta change. Change. It will never change. Change.
Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm Anya Kai.
I'm
Or
Anyukai.
whatever that is.
Anyukai. Or whatever that is. Whatever that is.
Hi, maybe I am losing it.
Maybe I am losing it. Maybe I am losing it. Maybe you are losing it. Maybe you are losing it.
Are you here to... I don't know... kill me? Spook me? What kind of scenario are we playing out here?
Are you here to kill me? To spook me? What kind of scenario are we playing out here? Playing it here.
Okay, this is clearly not working. You know what? No. Do what you must. And he's going to sit down.
This is clearly not working. Clearly not working. It will never work. It will never work.
Kind of crossing their arms and just looking around. They're just gonna wait. Occasionally, they'll try to like give themselves a little pinch. See if that'll wake them up.
Silence. Just the crushing sense that you are completely and utterly alone.
Probably not being able to necessarily stand the dead silence for so long. Does the is there any like noise of like machinery
Not even
or okay.
silence.
Pulling out their phone again, I imagine they'd probably try to pull up any kind of video or just like some sort of noise making thing, perhaps music from an app.
You pull out your phone and try and navigate to some app just to fill the silence, but your phone barely responds to you. It won't open the right apps, it won't flip to the right screen.
Okay. Well, now what?
Now what? Now what? You give up. You give up.
Give up. What?
Give up. What? Give up. What? Give up. Give up.
What am I giving up?
What am I giving up?
What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on? Giving up. Giving up.
Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you? Giving up. Giving up.
What will happen if I give up?
What will happen if I give up? What will happen if I give up? Give up. Give up.
It takes probably a few more minutes, just like dead silence before Enya speaks up again. And she just says, I don't know what I'm supposed to be giving up, but you're not gonna get it that easily.
I'm not gonna get it that easily. Not gonna get it that easily. Giving up. Giving up. And then you wake up. Exactly where you had fallen asleep.
A little bit spooked and probably not well rested. And he's going to kind of sit up and check their phone, making sure that they can read it.
You can.
They definitely don't want to go to sleep again.
Fair enough. The rest of you wake up well rested after however long you would sleep.
Skaaymon's gonna attempt to wake himself up a little bit earlier. And then is going to walk around and check up on the people.
Checking up on the people. Most of them seem to be doing a little bit better now that they've had some rest.
Mm-hmm.
You They are still exhausted, absolutely just done, and starving and whatnot, but they're doing better now.
Okay. Okay. Doesn't know how to do people. Cool. He'll do the round of, people and then end with, Wade and not Wade.
Okay. Enyukai, not Wade. When you wake up, do you go find your dad?
Yeah.
Okay. He smiles to see you. He looks healthier now, more awake, but still obviously starved and needs some, not immediate, but definitely needs some medical attention sooner than later. You're awake.
I imagine. Oh, sorry.
No
I imagine
problem.
Enya would be bringing probably like some food and water to her father.
He smiles as he sees you. You're awake.
Yeah. A little bit of a rough night last night. I hope you slept better than I did.
Slept like a log.
That's good. Well, as long as it's just you sleeping like a log, not you becoming a log. Here, drink up. You need to stay hydrated.
Thank you.
We need to get your fluids back up.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
So, how are you feeling?
Good. I'm feeling good.
Not sure if I buy that one, but alright.
I'm feeling better. How's that?
More acceptable.
So, where are your friends from, then? If Whimsy's the princess of everywhere, and... I mean, Skaymon's got wings. Those don't exactly do well on this plane.
I'm pretty sure
My
his wings are covered with the illusion. I don't think he would have seen the wings.
Also, he does still have the cloak as well.
So his wings are illusioned and covered in a cloak.
Then he wouldn't comment on Skaymon's wings.
Or he does, and that's just suspicious.
No, he doesn't.
Well, they both are from their own respected corners of the realms, I guess you could say. The plains, they're not locals. And I don't imagine they'll be staying much longer either.
I hope you don't
What
plan
they're-
to go chasing after them.
What? Unleash you here alone? Nah. I mean, they're going to the plane of air next, which is pretty cool. And
I mean, that's just a road trip away.
yeah. No, you don't have to worry though. I'm not gonna go gallivanting off into the sunset with my new friends. You're still stuck with me.
Good, I'm glad. It's probably about this point that Skaaymon arrives.
Would I have heard the last little bit of the conversation?
Probably.
Okay. Skaaymon walks up, and he does try and sneak up on not Wade. He's probably in clear sight of actual Wade, but I'm sorry, I keep forgetting your character's actual name.
Enya
Not Wade. Oh, I was gonna say not Wade works.
So, hold on, Enya Kai, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that one name or is that two names?
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, so he's trying to hide from Enyakai, but it is not hiding from Wade. But is also, not sneaking up in a malicious way.
Roll stealth against Wade's passive perception.
Oh, one moment.
That'll be 14.
Wade, what's your passive perception?
Wade's passive perception is 17.
Fuck.
Wait, no.
Oh?
Sorry. It's even better.
No.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well,
You do hear
fuck me, I
Skaaymon
guess.
walking up on you.
He's a detective, I'm sorry. He's very perceptive. I imagine he... oh, whoa. Nothing's really... No reactions made for this, I imagine. It's more of a kind of gonna let's see what happens.
Okay. He kind of walks up, and would it be like an insight to see if if he was noticed?
Sure.
Okay. That sucked. That is also what is with me in rolling 8s? Insight. Fuck, what is the number? 15.
Yeah, you can probably tell that Wade seems to have noticed you.
Okay. You hear a sigh behind you. As Skaaymon speaks up. Well, you're all awake, I see. No one died in their sleep, which is good.
No. I'm certainly glad about that one.
Yeah. That would definitely not be cool.
No, probably not. I mean,
So,
actually, it probably would be, considering, your body usually cools off a bit when it's, no longer pumping blood, and therefore the body heat is not preserved within the, I think. I don't know how
why
mortal bodies work.
would that be cool? Oh, hold on. No, I'm dumb.
He starts laughing.
Don't laugh at me. I was having a moment. I didn't sleep well last night, okay?
Clearly.
My bad. So, when we get up there, what's the next move? Are you guys gonna go off hunting down your friend and relic, or are you sticking around for a little bit longer?
Neither of those descriptors were correct.
I was being sarcastic, please. I know those were not,
Well, one's an artifact, technically, not a relic. Um,
artifact, relic, tomato, potato.
Those are two completely different fruits. Actually, one's a vegetable, so. Anyways, I intend to. And if I could lose Whimsy on the way, that would be great, but by the sounds of it, I don't think I can. So... yeah, probably. Probably just heading to wherever the portal is. I don't know, the legal one this time. Though I want to clarify, and he looks directly at Wade. I want to clarify and specify here. I did not choose to enter this plane illegally. I was unconscious. I got dragged through it. Literally not my fault. So,
Luckily for you, I'm not Planar Patrol.
okay, we're good.
I've been teaching him to let things slide.
Teaching or coursing?
A bit both.
Coursing. Whatever the word is. You knew what I meant.
Besides, crime runs in this family's veins, and
No, it doesn't, Enya.
oh, come on. You've done things of questionable nature.
Barely. And your mother was more by the book than I was.
It's a wonder how I turned out to be, I guess.
Special.
I guess.
And Skaaymon pats Wade, or not Wade, on the back.
You
Just
do.
special.
You do get why I was portraying him as a goody two-shoes, right? You see it, right?
A bit, yeah.
I'm glad.
A little bit. Still really fucking annoying, though. But, you know, a bit.
Well, about how long is left on the journey in sub?
Another 2 hours, probably.
Way. I keep referring to you as not Wade. Both in my head and verbally a few times, I think. What is your name?
Oh, I guess we never actually went over proper introductions.
No, we didn't.
My real name, at least, not the name I've been gallivanting around. Enya Kai.
No, hold on, is my mic broken? No, it's not. There we go. So, what are your plans? Just don't die?
Kind of. I gotta make sure that everyone's, well, at least my dad, is brought back up to working standards, and that he doesn't get himself killed on the job or anything crazy like that. I imagine with the knowledge that the Arbiter might be biting dust soon, and our plane might get overtaken by some evil older fish and worms, we might be busy. But I don't necessarily think this is going to be the last time around. You'll come back, right? You guys aren't just gonna skedaddle away and stay away, are ya? We scare you off that bad? Was it the water?
I almost drowned the last time we were on a submarine. No,
Oh,
second to last time we were on a
actually,
submarine.
that does remind me. That is my cloak.
It is your cloak, yes. I was gonna give it to you when we were no longer underwater.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. I I would hate for you to.
I will not forget. It feels itchy, and I don't like it.
Oh.
But it's well, okay, itchy because, and he'll take it off, and he'll turn the illusion off to show his wings, and you can kind of see how they're pinned. Like, he's kind of pinning them to his back in a very uncomfortable looking way. It's itchy. It feels weird. So.
But it's helpful, at least.
It's very helpful, yes. It does help me not have a panic attack constantly.
You should really take some swimming lessons.
I can't imagine.
I know how to swim.
Can't imagine those feathers are very useful in this plane.
Yeah, exactly. They're not very helpful when waterlogged. And this deep underwater, not fun. Not fun at all. So, yeah, I know how to swim. We've been over this. I can swim. Not very well, considering I'm from a plane that doesn't have oceans. And I've gone from that to the material plane, where I wasn't near oceans, to the celestial plane, where I wasn't near oceans, to the fucking Feywild, where I wasn't... Well, I mean, we were kind of near ocean there, but not, like, close enough for it to be visible. And then here, where it's just ocean. And landmass, but barely. It's more of like floating city than natural landmass, by the looks of it.
I mean, there are glaciers.
That's frozen water. I don't think I'd consider that landmass.
Well, Anya here says you guys are heading to the plane of air next, right?
Yeah, that's where the hunt leads, so...
Hunt?
He kind of rolls his eyes.
What are you hunting?
A person.
A person?
Yes. By the sounds of it, the weird, creepy face person, knows them. And I don't know if that means you know them, and I don't really want to bring up trauma. So.
Creepy face person, what? What do you mean, creepy face person?
Creepy
Do you
face
not remember?
I mean, unless they only wore a single face, or multiple faces, but never changed them in a visible place, it might. I don't know. It's a shapeshifter, except not a changeling by the looks of it.
The only person I saw that wasn't a captive, he was this water genasi.
Ooh. Skaamon's gonna pull out the horn and just tentatively hold it. This one?
I think so.
Okay, he's dead now.
I think I guessed that.
Skaaman looks at the still partially bloody horn. We're not gonna ask questions about this, and he just kind of puts it back in his bag.
The less I know, the better.
Yeah. Okay then. Never mind. You don't know the creepy face, but that's the only person you saw was that guy?
He was the only one who came in to the place we were held.
Okay. Well, in that case, the person I'm looking for, his name is Zam. And he's a tiefling. And he's an asshole. And I don't know where he is. I think he's in the plane of air, though. I think that's what we were told, is that he is in the plane of air, or he's heading there.
Well, good luck on your hunt, I guess. And
Yeah, at this point, I think I'm gonna need it to deal with Whimsy more than anything.
thank you again for keeping Anya Kai safe. She's all I have left.
It's
was a mutual thing, I'll have you know.
She tagged
But-
along and I didn't have a choice.
Hey, Skaaymon.
What?
Whimsy. I know you don't like Whimsy all that much, but honestly, Whimsy's not that bad and definitely could use some more friends.
Okay. I know. I know she's not that bad, and I know it's partially because she was literally never around anyone that wouldn't bow to her every whim. I just need her to tone it down a little bit, because I'm stressing out to the point where I can hardly even remember my own ability to speak. And I'm hoping that if I'm just enough of an asshole to her, she'll go away. I don't think that's working, though. I think that's actually doing the opposite effect.
Yeah, I think she's kind of into that.
Yeah, I noticed.
Maybe you could try the other thing, you know? Having goody two shoes. That seemed to be her biggest complaint with my Wade persona.
At least you didn't, at least the other guy didn't flirt with you. Or did he? I don't think he flirted with you, right? What the fuck, Brodatone?
No, not really.
Eh. That's probably a good thing. What did you two talk about, by the way? You guys, now that he's, ooky, spooky, creepy, and dead, what'd you guys talk about?
Wait, Prototon?
Oh, yeah, Prototon, we killed him.
Why?
He shapeshifted into this really weird, like, semi-draconic, but werewolf kind of esque beast, and then tried to rip Whimsy's throat out.
Why?
I don't know if I don't know if that was Prototon or not, but well, he did catch on to me not being well. You almost immediately, and that's what we spoke about. But yeah, all in all, not great. I'm sorry.
Ooky,
Cool.
spooky, creepy, and murdery.
I mean, I didn't know him well. We just worked together on a case for a bit just before I was taken.
What was the case about?
Some unusual readings from deep below. Some of our history majors believed it was the Cliffberg monster from the era of heroes. Apparently Prototone was hunting it, so he was helping us look into it.
You mentioned that. Wouldn't that still be in the material plane, though?
According
It
to
was a material plane creature.
According to some versions of the myth, when it was killed, its pieces were scattered into the plane of water.
Okay, I don't think he'll be looking for that anymore, so. And I do believe that we have figured out what the unusual readings are, he says with air quotations.
Yeah. Seems like we did. Looks like we solved a couple of your cases, eh?
I suppose so. You hear the radio that Wade Waterson carries on him click to life, and a voice comes through, grainy and filtered, as if coming through a poor connection. Prisoner escape monster. Be on high alert.
What was that?
I don't know. Where we're at
That-
now, we wouldn't be far from Sequaloon right now. Might be something their police are dealing with.
That's the place where we were before
Correct.
descending even further, right?
That was that was the place that you met Protatone, you went to the aquarium, all that stuff.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but did I potentially hear escaped monster?
Maybe.
Isn't that... Wait.
Hey, you
The...
remember the voidling that was disguised as a police officer?
Yeah.
It mentioned something about a prisoner van too, I think.
That's a problem.
What do we do? Should we... We have to get these people back. It would be stupid to try to...
Our primary goal right now is to make it to Atlantis alive.
Sure, Atlantis is the most safe, considering isn't that like the main city and where the face fucker is gonna be?
Atlantis is also the most likely place for us to find doctors who can help all these people.
I mean, yeah, but you're gonna run into the people that trapped you down there to begin with, potentially.
It's a very big city.
I have my doubts, but you're probably right. Oh, wait. I remember. Oh, okay, never mind. In any case, we were told that the waters would be safe now, with emphasis on water. So I'm sure it's fine, but no more sinking submarines.
Uh, yeah. Is there anything we can do about the arbiter, or are we just gonna let someone else handle that?
I mean,
Uh,
I'll radio it in once we get to Atlantis, but who knows if it'll be too late by then.
I mean, the radio is working now. Can't you just...
I mean, not the ones in Atlantis. This is in the other smaller place.
No, but surely if you radio it in, they would be able to get it out, pass it
Well, they'll be
along
able
with
to call it on. Yeah.
I mean, I can try, but I don't know if the signal's gonna reach from here. Not fully. This is Detective Wade Waterson. I have reports that Arbiter Al-Shafak is in danger, possibly actively under attack. Please report to Atlantis Royal Police Force immediately. Kind of sits quietly listening for a sec as you hear who? Please repeat.
They heard that, right?
I don't think so.
I mean, if all we need to do is just get the word out, can I borrow that for a second? I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm just gonna stand here.
He'll hand it to you.
Okay. Skaaymon will figure out how it works for a second, and then will like radio in, and then just go, Arbiter gonna die. He's gonna
That's
try and
wild.
space it out enough that, like, if it cuts in and out, he's hoping that it'll cut in. He's trying to get the point across, but he's hoping he can trick the cutting in and out thing, because he doesn't know how these work.
Um,
10 out of 10.
okay. Roll
That's one way to send a
a
message.
D100 for me.
The D100. Wonderful. 44.
Okay. You don't hear a response.
Let's hope that worked. And he'll hand the thing back to Wade.
I'll radio it in once we get to Atlantis as well.
Yeah, that'll probably be the smart idea.
Alright. Is there anything else any of you would like to do for the next couple hours?
Skaaymon's gonna go find Whimsy again, just to check in on her. He's gonna quietly, like, awkwardly, like, after that, nod to both Wade and not Wade, because I genuinely can't remember the name again. And will...
See? It's not just me.
Okay,
Skaaymon.
mine is my name in Discord, and it is very clearly spelled. I can't see it because no one put. Can someone put in voices voiceless so I can read it actually?
Yeah, I got it.
And then
don't
that
worry.
way I'll remember, because then I'll be able to visually see it, like my name.
Here,
in...
I can actually do this as well. It'll help.
That does work. Thank you. He'll kind of awkwardly nod to Wade and Enyakai, and okay, bye, and then we'll walk away and go find Whimsy.
Okay.
Amazing. Whimsy is dead ass fucking tired. Like, she has had a lot of excitement. I don't imagine, like, she's woke up quite yet. Like, if there's not been any, announcement over the intercom or really anything to wake her up, she's still in there sleeping, just, like, holding Slimy.
Where exactly?
Just in one of the
Are you
rooms.
just in the corner? In one of the rooms? Okay. Is Slimy awake?
When is he not?
That's fair. Skaaymon will sit down, like walk quietly, and then sit down near Whimsy, and then look at Slimy. Hello, you, hello. Uh-huh. Um. Sure. How asleep does Whimsy look? Like, does it? No, hold on. No, let me rephrase that. Um. How tired does she still look? Like, does she look like she'd be well rested, or let her sleep longer, kind of thing?
Uh, I mean, she's. I feel like that'd be kind of hard to tell. I mean, at the moment, she's sleeping what seems like peacefully. She's just kind of curled up. She's holding Slimy like a stuffed animal. Like kind of like to her chest. She has probably been asleep long enough to where like she would be well rested, but she definitely still seems to be in a deep sleep.
Okay. In that case, Skaaymon will just kind of sit nearby and is he's gonna wait for Whimsy to wake up, and he's going to, in this time, try and check the footage of his body camera, see what it caught.
You begin to check the footage of your body camera. How intensely do you look at it?
He's scanning everything.
Are you slowing it down at all?
Yeah. He would
Okay.
be. He'd be slowing it down. He'd be he'd be stopping it, he'd be rewinding, he'd be going back and forth. If there's sound, he'll sit far enough away from Whimsy that it won't wake her up, and then he'll constantly replay certain like things that were said, certain moments. Try and just fully analyze everything.
Roll perception at advantage then.
24.
20,
Nope, 25.
25? Oh, that makes a
25.
world of difference. 25. You watch closely. You slow down the footage, you listen to the audio. When you get to the void, a lot of the audio becomes distorted. Even more so when Elseth now begins speaking. You can barely understand what he's saying.
Well, I could barely understand what he was saying anyway, so that makes sense.
But as you get to you see Whimsy cast her coldmatic orb, and you quickly turn, following it as it slams into the Void King. There's 3 frames that stand out to you, and you have to kind of rewind and rewatch it again. But as the coldmatic orb tears a hole through his chest, as the Void King mutters his final words and collapses, for just a moment, part of him seems to stretch and shoot off up, kind of up and to the left.
Oh. Like, just... How so?
Like, part of his body stretching off in that direction. Like, just suddenly part of his body is beginning to stretch in that direction. Then the second frame, it is stretched out of frame. The third frame is looks like it has broken off from the original body, and the fourth frame, it is gone.
Great. Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense that that thing didn't actually die, if that's what happened. Great. Okay, cool. How distorted is the, Jack of all trades face edition woman person? How distorted is their voice?
Oddly enough, her voice is the least distorted of everything in this recording. She comes through clearly, though the voices that it seems to shift through are different than you remember. But she says the same things you remember.
She changed her form at certain points, right?
Mm-hmm. Her form was constantly shifting.
Constantly shifting. Okay. But she shifted to look like us at points, right?
Yeah.
Okay, are those still correct at the correct times?
They seem to be, yeah.
Okay. And then do our voices match up with that, or are those also different?
Your voices sound the same.
Okay. Weird. Alright. He's gonna continue analyzing it and then making notes. Probably in his phone.
Okay.
Just documenting everything, and then especially documenting the forms seem to have stretched off at one point, but fast enough that we didn't notice. And then we'll just be doing that still continuously until Whimsy wakes up, just in case he misses anything.
Okay. Whimsy, how long would you sleep for?
She got pretty fucking hurt in that battle. She was down to 30 hit points. She was going through pure anger, spite, and yippee, I got dragon teeth. So, I mean, I don't know how many... Okay, to put it into hours, from the time that she fell to sleep, she will probably sleep a maximum of 14 hours. Unless anyone wakes her up.
Then, Whimsy, you would be awakened by the sound of the captain's voice echoing overhead. Passengers of the Coral Depth subline, if you look out your windows, you should be able to see the city of Atlantis approaching in the distance. We should be docking in about 20 minutes. Thank you for choosing Coral Depth. And thank you again to Skaaymon and Whimsy for getting us out of here alive.
I'm sorry, thank you for choosing. Like, they had a choice.
Sorry, it would have been
Also, the
Skaaymon, Whimsy,
appreciation
and
to-
Wade.
Yeah, I was gonna fucking say.
Wait,
We
would
wanna
they
go
say
get the captain's fucking head.
Wade or like the real name?
No, Captain says Wade. Captain doesn't know.
Wade is
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
We're
No
still
one
okay
did
with
though.
Wade, but still, at least some recognition.
Get erased.
We'll throw him back down into the deep ocean.
Oh my god.
The villain arc starts now.
Yes, the villain arc starts now at the end of the story.
hold up. You never know what could happen in the future.
I mean, the end of this current part of the story, I mean, by the sounds of it, if we do see Wade and Yakai again, it won't be for a while. So.
10 years. 10 long years.
Whenever the announcement starts, like you can kind of see her eyes like slowly open, and she instinctively begins to stretch and kind of nuzzle against Slimy. She listens to like the entire thing, doesn't seem to have noticed you yet, Skaaymon. And then whenever she gets the name recognition on there, she like shoots up. Finally, some actual recognition, Slimy! Oh my... Skaaymon! What are you doing in here?
I don't think the whatever, the King of the Void or whatever he was called, I don't think he's actually dead. It makes sense considering they're all fourth dimensional creatures, and the fact that we've killed them before doesn't mean that they are properly dead, but I didn't think of that. So that one is probably still alive and is going to come back to haunt us at some point.
Wait.
Morning.
She kind of like rubs at her eyes a little bit and yawns. Okay. First of all, thank you for being my guardian angel and watching over me as I sleep. That's like super sweet and hot of you, Skaaymon. Second of all, what the fuck? What do you mean they got away?
I mean,
like,
here, I don't know if you'll be able to tell this considering your lack of, being around technology, but, and he'll actually move over to Whimsy and then kind of like sit next to her, and we'll show the footage of it, slowing it down.
She just can't get a good enough look over here. She has to like lean down and kind of put her head on Skaamon's shoulder a little bit, like lean over, really get to see it. She'll look for it.
Hold on, stupid check. Are you gonna notice? No, he's not. Okay, cool. He does move his arm, because you kind of, the way you lean, it probably squishes it. So he moves his arm up and actually ends up wrapping his arm around your shoulders as you're leaning onto him. And will use that hand to point out each frame as it stretches.
Her
Seemingly
eyes, like,
oblivious to where his arm actually is.
Fucking shoot open, and she has to like almost use like Slimy as like a little bit of like a stress ball. She kind of like grabs him like a little bit to like stifle some like sort of sound. Like there's probably still like a tiny squeak that escapes. But she just goes completely still, like afraid to like call any attention to this whatsoever, like in case Skaaymon stops it.
With the squeak, he goes, "Yeah, I know, like here," and he still completely fucking oblivious to this. He rolls it back again, and once again, fully slowed down, shows like each frame moving as this thing seems to leave its physical body.
Yeah. Yeah, that really surprised me. Huh.
Concerning, but I'm also wondering if it's still our problem, or if we can just ignore it.
We have so many other things on the plate. I mean, if he tries to like hunt us down or something, I mean, he was a total pushover. Like, I literally killed him, well, but whatever. made him flee, like, super easily. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah. Fair enough. Alright, well, we should be... I mean, we heard the announcement and woke you up. We'll be docking fairly soon-ish. So... There are still snack foods, non-perishables, whatever, in the kitchen area. If you want to eat something, I don't know. I'm gonna go make sure that the others are okay and nearby the door, and that we've got the radio in on the situation, so that we have medical help once we dock. So, you do you, and he stands up. He actually kind of acts like he accidentally pushes you, he accidentally pushes Whimsy a bit because he kind of forgets where, he has his arm around her. As he stands, so he kind of just goes, "Oh, ow, sorry." Anyways, you do you. Goodbye to you. Goodbye to that. Him looking at Slimy.
His name is Slimy, Skaaymon.
It's sentient pile of grease. But yep, and he'll walk away.
She glares after him for a moment before making sure like there is a sufficient amount of time where he is definitely out of earshot. She'll turn over and like throw Slimy up in the air a few times and grab him. Slimy! Slimy, did you see that? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Pining. He is pining for me, Skaaymon. I have him on hook, rod, reel, like all of it. Like basically like he is like a fish, and then I'm the fisherman, and then like I have this so under control. Like you don't even know Slimy. He's still not as handsome as you though. Alright, let's go ahead and take all the food so that the starving people starve to death and die and we survive, or, you know, whatever. Let's eat! And she's going to, run to the kitchen and begin to consume as much food as she possibly can.
Fair enough. About 15-20 minutes later, the submarine breaks the surface to the city of Atlantis. As the submarine docks, you hear the sound of sirens, weirdly enough.
Track.
And as the door opens, a few paramedics rush in and begin to escort the rescued hostages out of the submarine. As they're doing this, Wade finds the pair of you, Whimsy and Skaaymon. I assume Enyakai would be following?
Yes.
I wanted to thank you again for saving me and keeping my daughter safe. I don't have much to give you, but you'll always have a friend in your corner here.
Don't worry, true heroes don't need repayment. You're totally welcome, by the way. I do accept, just in case you did have any, coupons to some nice restaurants, souvenirs, trinkets, seashells. I've seen a lot of seashells around here that I would take. Something like that, you know, just in case you did want to go ahead and mail that to my address.
Skaaymon just rolls his eyes.
And your
Text me the address.
Yeah, text.
Oh,
text Kai your address.
She quickly turns to Skaaymon. What's your address?
Why me? I feel like it makes more sense for it to go to you, considering you're the one that lives in a palace.
Dread.
Hold on, you cut out, Tori.
We don't have, like, an address.
I mean, what do you mean you don't have a? Oh, right, you're a hidden pocket realm. Fuck. I don't want to.
It'll be cool. They'll send souvenirs.
Yeah, they'll get weird fucking packages at my house, and my parents will wonder why the fuck there's a package from the. I don't actually know if a package from the plane of water could get to the Shadowfell. I don't know if it can.
Just do it. It can. Sure. Like, we're in the age of innovation or whatever, probably. I don't know.
We're in the
Like,
age
just
of the
give it to
elemental
them.
planes locked down.
Okay, yeah, well, they can send it after, they figure their shit out. Just like, it's game on. I want seashells.
Fine. And Skaaymon will write down his address, and also write a note of, it's just to shut her up, and hand it to, we'll just hold it out.
Wade will take it. Thank you. If I need anything, I will send it your way.
Yeah.
Anya, do you have anything you want to say to your friends?
I guess this really is goodbye. Huh.
Yeah, probably. Here, before I forget. And he'll take off the cloak and hand it back. Thank you for letting me borrow this.
Anya takes a moment to fold up the cloak nicely and just smiles. You're welcome. I'm glad it was able to help. So it's itchy and you don't like it.
It pushed my wings into my back at an awkward angle, so that's what was itchy, not the actual. I don't actually feel the thing most of the time.
Well, I've honestly been thinking. Here. Oh, Anya's going to shove the folded cloak into Skaymon's chest. Why don't you keep it? To keep you from drowning and all that. I mean, I can already breathe. It'll do you more good. I don't know where your adventures will lead you, but maybe this can help protect you.
Are you sure?
I am. Consider it a little token to remember me by. And hopefully it'll save you one day. Just take care of it, okay?
Oh. Thank you. You kind of see a soft look in his eyes that he hasn't had before. As he kind of looks to you and smiles.
Anya will give a nod with her head. And don't think I would forget about you, Whimsy.
Amazing.
What were you gonna say?
During this heartfelt little thing going on here, there is, I'm sure, water nearby, easily accessible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She is going to Talon, you're gonna have to work with me here.
Okay.
Oh no.
But let it happen because it's cute. She's going to you see her like kind of bending over like where the water is, and she seems to be doing something with her magic, concentrating on it. And she's going to use shape water to get some water and freeze it into two separate little things. She's trying to make basically, those friendship necklaces that has the heart and it has the two sides of it.
Oh.
She's trying to freeze like two of those. Like all the way around I mean, it's within a 5-foot thing, so absolutely she could, yeah. She's gonna make two of the necklaces, the heart on each of them, and then kind of do a little scroll, like just with her fingernail. Actually, she has a dagger and slimy, so she could do that. Like she's just going to scroll both of their names, Whimsy and Inyakai, on there, and then a little BFF.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh my god, that's adorable.
and
Roll
as
a-
you,
I assume you're trying to make this so that it won't melt.
yeah, I mean she is. This is especially the part where I said you had to work with me. I imagine if she wears it, things on her probably wouldn't melt because she's so
Probably.
fucking cold. But
For
yeah, for
making
the other part,
one.
it might need to be, yeah.
Roll a charisma-based Arcana check.
Alright, Whimsy, you
That's
fucking
what
got
I'm gonna
this.
say to that. Charisma-based because your spellcasting is charisma.
Mhm. Oh yes, that is... Okay, that's charisma, then that is... gonna be... And then that would be... Oh, that's quite good, yes. 17...
17?
No. That's what I rolled on the thing.
Oh.
My mind. I'm over here with the fingers, man.
You're good, you're good.
So that would be 26.
26. You managed to create a ever-frozen friendship necklace.
Amazing. She stands up and kind of as you say her name, she kind of puts up a finger like for one moment. Wait. Do. Yes, perfect. She scoops up Slimy in one hand and then stands up. All right. For your valiant efforts, assistance, friendship, and fun presents. Inyakai, I hereby present you with a token of my divine blessing. Say a little prayer to this, and maybe text me too, just in case. And I will hear it, and I will totally respond and stuff. I've blessed it with a little bit of my heart, and I don't know if I have a soul. If I do, I'd put that in it too. And she will kind of uncup her hand and show like both sides, like the two separate necklaces on there, and she's making a huge show out of it. Okay, so I think I put mine on you and you put yours on me. Oh, they won't freeze. I mean, like unfreeze, by the way. I don't think ever. Pretty sure my magic's good enough.
Oh. Not wait. Enya will happily step forward and she's absolutely grinning right now. These are amazing. Oh. Now suddenly I feel like, oh. Okay. So I put yours on you?
Mhm.
Okay. A little nervous. Enya Kai will grab it, and is it cool to the touch?
It is.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. A little shocked by the temperature, Enya Kai will ask Whimsy to turn around. Do you wanna spin?
Yeah. She'll twirl around. Like her her skirt probably doing the little twirly thing, and she will kind of move her hair back. Watch the horns. They like destroy things.
Of course. I'll be gentle. And with the utmost care that can be managed with something like this, Enikai will place the necklace on Whimsy.
Skaymon's gonna take a picture. Very quietly and off to the side, Skaymon is going to just zoom into these two and just take a picture.
Love it.
How's it fit?
Well, I made it, so absolutely perfect.
Perfect.
I guessed at your measurements, but
I'm sure it'll be amazing.
yeah, I'm sure I knocked it out of the park. Alrighty, do a little swirl.
Being a little extra, Enikai will do a full swirl to face around back towards Whimsy, grinning once before doing another half twirl.
She will again, definitely making like a huge show of this. It's almost like a king, like initiating like a knight or something. It's very there is so much decorum to this. She will gently place it around Inyakai's neck, and in her usual little fashion, she will use some prestidigitation to just do a little bit of glitter, kind of mimicking like some snowfall, and just put a lot of pleasant, like almost like a foreign, probably not something you smelled before, like the smell of like leaves, rain, her realm, like she's giving you a little piece of herself as she's putting this on. And then she will step back and do a pose. Oh my gosh, that fits perfectly as I knew it would. We look amazing.
You look amazing, absolutely stunning. I don't know if I quite match up to this. Thank you, Whimsy. Thank you. I have something for you as well. And it's definitely not as beautiful or grand as the gift you've given me. But I do hope it'll serve you well. If I may. And unclipping it from his belt. Her belt. That's it's been so long, sorry. Unclipping it from their belt, Enyukai will take off the dagger that they've used, that you've seen them personally use in combat. I know you use magic, and that is your main source of offense, but should you ever find yourself in a situation where you need another way out, I hope that this might be able to serve you well. It's served me for many years, and it's been a great tool and weapon. I hope you can give it a better home now.
She looks absolutely stunned. Like, she does not quite know how to process this. She definitely has to open her mouth a few times before anything comes out. But you do see the makings of, like, she gets a little teary-eyed, like a single little tear kind of escapes and then freezes. You can hear it kind of like do a little clink as it falls to the ground.
Are you sure? I mean, your realm might be, like, super dangerous soon. You might need that. Are you positive?
Definitely. Where both of you are going, well, I know that you guys have a lot in store. And your journey is only beginning, I feel. It makes sense for both of you to have these. And I know it's not anything typical like the flowers I'd normally get someone like you, but I hope this will serve you well.
It means much more than flowers. Thank you. I will treasure this, and I'll try to kill a lot of people with it for you.
And yeah, it nearly breaks for a moment, as this moment is definitely getting to her as well. You can see she's starting to get a bit teary-eyed as she goes to step forward. Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, you may.
And embracing Whimsy tightly, Enikai will just say, I'm gonna miss you. You guys have been so fun, and oh, I'm sad you guys have to go so soon.
Whimsy can't hold it back. She starts to sniffle a little bit at this point, and, like, you can see she is desperately trying to keep it together. But it's unraveling.
I don't even want to leave. Yeah, it's Skaaymon. It's his fault. He's mean, and he's, like, making us, like, it's fine. We'll
You don't
stay
have to
in
come with
touch,
me.
and I'll be. Yes, I do. And we'll
The planes
be.
need you both. It's okay, I understand.
It's a hero's call. I'm sorry. We're, like, chosen to be, perfect, and it's just. It'll be fine. Once I roll everything, I am totally
Come back for
inviting
me?
you to live in my palace. Like, you don't even know. Like, you're gonna be there, and, like, the realm, and, like, it's gonna be, like, totally good and fun and fine, and, like, yeah. I can give you the dagger back or something, like, as a, like, like, you gave it to me, and then, like, I like, killed a bunch of people, and now it's, like, blood-soaked and powerful, and I'll give it my blessing, and then you'll, like,
Oh, you don't
do,
have
like, a
to do
legendary
that.
weapon. Yes, I will. I'll give it my blessing.
Your blessing is more than enough.
It is.
I imagine this
Stay
goes
safe.
on a little bit longer of just, like, before, yeah, she'll eventually let go and take a few steps back. quickly wiping at her tears.
We will. Seriously, let me know, like, if something, like, too bad happens here. I'll come and help.
We will. We'll keep you updated. Wiping away the last of her tears, Enikai will step back and just glance over to Skaaymon. I respect it if you don't want a hug, but if you'll take one, I'll give it.
He kind of looks for a second, and then takes like a deep breath and gives this heavy sigh before smiling and then opening one of his arms for a hug.
Enikai's moving in, getting that hug, and immediately on Skaaymon, and it's a nice hug. I imagine it's not it's a little hesitant, but trying to respect boundaries and everything. And Enikai would just say, take care of yourself out there and try not to, well, try not to get each other killed.
He kind of like chuckles at that, and you feel him actually, he wraps one of his wings around you. We'll try. I cannot promise anything.
That's more than enough.
You two be safe, okay? Things are gonna happen, and I mean, you're law enforcement. I don't know how that's gonna affect you. And he'll look at Wade. If Wade's still there.
Wade smiles and will hold out a hand to you.
He'll break away from the hug and will shake Wade's hand.
It was good to meet you.
It was good to meet you too, for all of 10 hours. Maybe.
10 hours longer than I'd known you before.
I guess.
Thank you again. If there's anything I can do to repay the favor, don't hesitate to ask.
I'll keep that in mind.
There's a moment of quiet before Wade turns to look at Enikai and says, I think I need to go to the hospital now.
Probably.
Come on, you're taking me.
I suppose. I
Don't
kinda...
break any more laws.
I won't... No promises, actually.
Okay,
You
were
never know with
taking
the
me to
apocalypse coming.
paramedics and they're taking me to the hospital.
Okay, I will take you. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You guys take care, alright?
You too, Wade. And well, he says Wade with a smirk as he looks at both of them, but first at Enikai.
Okay.
And when we get some privacy, we are having a long conversation about why identity theft is not a joke.
I mean, I could make it several jokes.
Millions of families suffer every year, Enikai.
Unfortunately, this family's one of those millions.
As the two walk off, one of the paramedics kind of approaches the two of you and says, thank you so much for saving them. We've done basic checks on everyone except for him so far, kind of glancing at Wade Waterson, which we will do in a minute. But I wanted to let you know that it seems like all of them will be fine. Just a few days where they can be monitored in hospital, get some food and water in them, and they should be okay.
That'll be good for them, at least.
If they had been in there much longer, though, I don't imagine they would be. You're heroes.
Say that.
Whimsy seems to like grow taller as like she is doing the proud, triumphant goat on its perch type of look right now.
Right. Skaaymon, shall we go ahead and book an excursion for a glacier real quick, and then go to your guy?
The captain clears his throat and says, "No need to book anything. I'm not officially back to work yet. If there's somewhere else you need to go, I'd be
I
willing
wouldn't
to
want to
take
keep
you.
running you rampant.
You saved my life. You saved all those people's lives. And
then we almost got you killed by taking you to somewhere that doesn't exist in any records.
Yeah, but he didn't die. He didn't die, Skaaymon. It's
but
fine.
I didn't
As I
die.
said. Listen, Skaaymon, honey, do you not remember how I was like, hey, you're not gonna die as long as you're with me? I was right.
As the sirens of the ambulances kind of turn off and they begin to drive off, you realize you still hear sirens. A lot of sirens off in the distance.
Whimsy just kind of nonchalantly looks over to Skaaymon.
So, do you think he's dead yet?
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
I mean, I kind of want to know. I'm curious about it. I mean, we don't have to go all the way over there, though. We can just, like, look at this. The power of cellular service.
She's going to, like, look at her phone and try to, like... She's literally going to, like, go to a search engine and just type in, water arbiter guy dead.
You do immediately get results. A news article posted 20 minutes ago with the headline, Waterplane Arbiter dead after 5,000-year-long rule.
She'll, like, give a huge smile and, like, turn and show, Skaaymon.
I found it! I actually found it! Look! It says he's dead! It's like right here! Like, I just put in the words and then it, like, popped it up!
Search engine works, Whimsy. Maybe don't sound too excited about it. That might get weird looks. Well, I certainly don't want to be here for longer than I have to, so turning back to the captain. If you don't mind, we were going to the, what's the place with the portal? Ocean's Air?
Ocean Air,
originally?
yes.
Ocean Air.
Okay, very important, very important.
Are there glaciers there?
Are there snow? Is there snow?
Is there snow there?
Ocean Air is constructed on a glacier. There is snow within the city, as well as on the other end of the portal you will be taken to tundra-esque island in the elemental plane of air.
I knew there would be snow. Alright.
Plenty of it.
Well, there we go.
Enough for a snowman.
We can kill two birds with one stone with that.
One express ship to Ocean Air, then?
Yes, please.
Right. All aboard the Coral Depths. He smiles and turns to walk back onto the submarine and towards the captain's quarter, or the wheelhouse.
For the fourth and hopefully final time.
I'll miss you.
Probably not. You probably won't.
You've certainly been the most fascinating passengers I've ever had.
Yes, and we're also the ones that you were going to kick off, because we absolutely did shit that we weren't supposed to do.
But it
Touche.
worked out.
It did work out.
I guess.
Yeah, let this be your lesson that, like, you know, you need to, like, loosen up. Like, whenever people are fucking shit up, you should give them a chance, you know? Let them be chaotic.
9 times out of 10, I'd even say 99 times out of 100, it doesn't turn out quite like this.
Well, we are weird, so.
We have enough food to last us the entire time, right? That's very important. I eat a lot. I eat enough for 100 people. And Slimy eats enough for another 100. And
Well,
10.
I don't.
We'll be making a stop in Ceylon if you need food. But there should be enough to get us at least that far. If we need to restock, we can restock in Ceylon.
For the best.
Of course, if you want to go and run and get food now, I'm not going anywhere.
I don't want to see a bunch of, like, crying, mourning people. That really damper the mood.
Well then, let's get moving. As he turns and climbs aboard the sub.
Skaaymon will. Holy fuck. Skaaymon will follow after.
Okay.
Whimsy will as well. She will navigate to her camera app and take a few pictures of Atlantis while she's there, just getting various angles and stuff like that, and then join.
Fair enough. As you board the submarine and it begins to move, leaving behind the water plane, Atlantis growing more and more distant as you sink beneath the waves. We're going to cut and fast forward. Wade Waterson. Are you still here?
Yes, I am.
You sit in a chair next to a hospital bed, listening to a heart monitor. It beeps rhythmically as your father lays back on a hospital bed. A TV plays the news as you watch the proceedings of your plane's king, his funeral. Part of you is worried that whatever killed him, that which has names, intends to take control of this plane, but you don't see any sign of that. Just a dead king. A grieving daughter ready to take the reins as arbiter. And a whole nation's worth of people in mourning. As your father looks to you and says, I suppose not everything is great, but I'm still here. You're still here.
Hey, that's all I need.
There's a knock on the door as one of the nurses lets herself in, as she smiles and says, Mr. Waterson, your results have come back. We should just need to keep you one more night. You are on a perfect path to recovery. And you should be cleared to return to work within the week. Do I have to? He smiles as he says that. How about the others? Are they doing okay? Everyone else that was rescued alongside you have been making recoveries in about the same amount of time. No one has had any complications yet, though we are still monitoring everyone just to be safe. If you show no signs of deterioration by this time tomorrow, we will discharge you and give your daughter instructions for your care. Assuming you can handle that, Miss Waterson?
Yes. I can do that.
Considering she saved all these people, I would trust her with my life right now. I already did. Wonderful. Well, the doctor will be back in a minute to administer another dose of your meds. But in the meantime, do you want me to change the channel, or is this good? This is good. I want to see this. His Majesty deserves our attention. Of course. She gives a small bow and walks out, leaving you and your father to watch the news. He smiles. And then pulls out his phone and says, You know, I took something to remember them by as well. As he opens the Photos app and shows you a picture of you and Skaaymon hugging.
Oh, I'm so sending that to Whimsy. Can you share that to me?
I'll send it to you. They seemed wonderful. If only they could have stayed longer, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty cool. And they're totally not against the crime side of things, which is a added bonus.
Ugh,
Speaking of which,
they're
if you
bad
need someone to
influences.
cover you at work, I guess we figured out that
No.
I can.
No more identity theft, please.
Fine.
There's another
I
knock.
will not. Oh.
Knock, knock.
That must be the
Knock,
doctor.
knock. Hi. Hi. You see a woman you don't recognize. She appears to be elven with long white hair, a black headband over one of her eyes. The other golden eye looks at you, though doesn't shine, if that makes sense. Her expression is blank, and she carries a black parasol as she says, Anyakai Waterson? Waterson? Can I speak with you? Speak with you.
Of course. Let's step outside.
She smiles and turns and walks out.
Alright, so Enya's not stupid. She immediately pegs this as the thing from our dreams, probably.
But that's a story for another time. As our heroes continue to move towards the city of ocean air and the portal to the elemental plane of air, they know this leg of their journey isn't over yet. Just because they're leaving one plane doesn't mean that this is done. Maybe they don't realize it yet. They don't think it pertains to them. But I know that ambition and time chose them for a reason. And I imagine that reason will be showing itself very soon. But not today. A happy ending for Kai Waterson. And the end of a chapter for Skaaymon and Whimsy. But not the end of an arc. Not the end of this leg of the journey. They still have plenty more to finish. But we've run out of time today. So, I thank you all for your attendance once again. And I will see you all next time, where our main characters begin their journey in the plane of air. Goodbye for now.